Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a while. I've been really busy. I've had some impulses to come around, but it's been very hectic. And you know how programming gets. You want to invest your best, the best of your time, your best of your energy into your project, so as to satisfy your client, and in the hand, you to get beautiful feedback and from them, and beautiful feeling that yes, you were able to satisfy your client. Yeah, being aware it can be so difficult and tough, and sometimes it gets messy. Trying to find your first client after having attained that skill. So I've decided to come up. Before I wanted to personalize it, I know my own story, but I decided to come up with a few steps that a person can take, and that to get you landing that first work from your first client. Even though some speakers can be so misleading, they tell young people that they paint the picture as though it's so easy, like it's not rocket science to get your first client, and I believe telling people the realities of things, letting them know, see it, see things the way they are in the actual sense. It really helps than trying to heave up their hopes, and in the end they're disappointed if they didn't get it, find it so easy as you have portrayed it to them. The first of the steps, and it's usually the difficult, phase of all the phases, that you take your time honing your skills first. Take your time honing your skills first. Um, you want to tell the potential clients that look, this guy who has portfolio, nice portfolio, he's got a number of clients and project that you can point to. Do not hire him, hire me. I can do it better than he would ever do. You understand? That's what I'm trying to, tell the people gonna be pitching to. So that means you have to possess something in extra that these guys, your competitors, do not possess. And there isn't room for being a mediocre here. You have to be solid. You have to be very good at whatever thing you're doing. So you should make it, that's the first goal that you want to achieve. That I want to be very good at it. That no client get to see your works except that they feel, oh, it's this kind I'm hiring. And that requires a lot. And there's this legal maxim that the more the creed non habet, that you can't give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. So you make sure you have something valuable, something worthwhile, something scarce, something that it's not cannot can be ready found in other people, and that's why you have to work more. And I understand how desperation can easily set in, during the stage. You may believe that have invested enough in this, have invested enough of my time, my energy, in trying to learn the skill. I think it's time to make money from it. It's time to find my first client. This desperation can easily set in. But you have to calm yourself down. You should, nose around for people in your niche. I'm a software developer. I would, in those days, when I would build projects, I would ask guys to help other developers that had been around the block, and to help me review my works. That what can you see about this? And sometimes I give you advice. If you can work more, do you know about PWA? Can you make it to be like a PWA? The site that you just built, something like that. So you really need this, and the moment you feel that there's still something you need to learn, that you haven't honed your skill well enough, you should try to be, calm yourself down, to invest more, trying to hone your skills first. And even if it requires that you should take a loan, because it can easily, a person can get broke, and there isn't money anymore. You need to. The only thing that can save your situation is to get that client to pay you something. Yes, I understand this, but at the same time, you need to. If it requires that you take a loan, you take a halal loan, and to take you maybe for the next 1 month, 2 months, because you actually believe that if the skill is worth it, you should be able to pay that debt of yours. So if it's not worth you taking the debt, taking the loan on, then why are you learning in the first place? So the second is build a portfolio. You may be surprised at how do I build a portfolio when I do not have clients yet. Yes, there are several approaches to build a portfolio, and the kind of portfolio I mean here is, to have real time, real project that you have to work on. Do not build, if you're a developer, do not build something like, let's say, task manager, or a to-do app, or something like that. They're not actually real applications that people use. You should find real, project they can point to, that whoever comes around would feel that you actually did this for someone. So that's important. Make that your portfolio. Sometimes I check when I see some people's portfolio, I know that this is actually one tutorial that you followed, and maybe you build a project. This is not real project. This is not real project. So you should find real project, and even if it requires that you have to work for some people for free. Yeah, you reach out for a business owner who doesn't have a site yet, or who has a really rickety, a site that is crap. It's a crap. You can reach out to him. I can help you design it to make it look more fanciful, and I can convert this application, use website of yours into a PWA. So many things I can, put some animations into the site, can introduce, add some animations to it. So many things you can do, or even build something from the scratch for a person. You imagine, this person doesn't have anything to lose. If you were to reach out to a person that, or someone reaches out to me that I can help you design a logo, for your business, and I'm not taking anything, and I have nothing to lose. If it's not fine, if I'm not okay by it, I drop it. I wouldn't use it. But if I am, then I use it. And if it's not, it may not necessarily be having to work for people for free. It could be that you have to charge so low, you charge little. It doesn't mean that you're setting yourself short. No, you actually need to do this, because these people, let's say, designing a site costs 70K, 100K, and you're aware of that. You can make it as low as maybe 30K, thereabout, and this person will be aware that, yes, I got it cheap. You understand? And this people really helps in promoting you and telling people about you, that because they're really satisfied, they feel they're lucky. They'll feel they're lucky, and the marketing you did not pay them for, they will do it for you. And I also did this, and it's part my own story, my own personal story, part of this video. So when I got my first client, I designed a site for the client, and it was so cheap. And the client would people would tell me that, okay, we saw this maybe on the status of this client, talking about you, posting something about that you do this, you offer website designs, and someone even put a call across to me from, I think, UK, and he was saying that we learned that you build site for Muslim schools, and so we want you to do this, to help us look at our site. You've already built something. When I visited the site, it wasn't the best site and the best design in the world. So I wasn't pleased with what I saw. So the point I want to make here is that I actually built something at a very cheap rate for a client, and the client went overboard, trying to promote me, trying to tell people about me, even trying to let other people to come to tap on that luck. You understand that I'm offering them right now. Even though I still do that, I still build project website application for people at something that falls below the standard rates, just to get them satisfied and very happy and excited, and without having you to tell them, they would definitely promote you and speak volumes about you, to the people that they know. So after having built a portfolio by either working for people, on gratis, the next thing is to drum up a buzz over your past project, to make a serious noise about it, tell people about your project. Do not go to people telling them you're a software developer, I'm a designer, I'm an architect, and this and that. these are the things I can do. Show them what you can do. With my background in writing, they will tell you, do not tell but show. Do not tell that the man is callous. Like I said, like your hero is callous. Do not say that. Let them know from his actions it's callous. So let them see your project. That this is what I built. I built this for a business, or maybe I built this. I use the technologies. These are the features that this they can do. You can add your product here, and people can hire here. You talk about your product when you meet clients. So you have to make a serious noise around to drum up a buzz and over your past project, and and you have to discuss this with your potential client. And at the same time, you have to reach out to people. You have to create awareness, and it could be online, it could be putting a call across to potential client, and anyway, the people that are close to you, reach out to them and talk about your product, talk about the features, the functionalities, the value your product actually could add to their business, and the things you can do. And also, the fourth is that you charge little and deliver and over deliver. At the first phase we were talking about, doing things, for free for people. Now, this next, after having won your first, client, you try to charge little. In fact, that could even attract clients, and you over deliver. You should, whatever thing you agreed on, make sure you do more. Make sure you do more. There are a lot of things you can do in extra that the client did not pay for it, but you feel it would really add more value to his business. You try to do that. So that's it. So the fifth of them, sometimes a person might be doing this. Maybe I've tried to hone my skills to the best of my ability. I've worked on some projects. I've done this. I'm making a lot of noise. But that doesn't mean you should spam people. They shouldn't spam people. Everywhere. You just splatter your pitches to people, and you shouldn't do that. You should give them some breathing space, and you respect their privacy. Now, a person might be doing all this, yet he doesn't find a client. What I would advise is that you review your portfolio time and again. You do this often. Go back to your portfolio. Maybe you have a software developer, you have a site, look at your projects, look at what other people were doing. You try to Google, search for other people's, designers, other designers, developers, look at their portfolios, look at their works, and you can see why are they attracting more visitors and more clients. Think about what you can do. Perhaps you add a blog to your portfolio site, something like that, or maybe the UI, you improve the UI, and so that's it. I feel that this should help you get your first client, or even not just a single client, but the first set of clients. I wish you the best.